Hello everybody, welcome back. It's WizWorld100 and with me here is...
Hitman, yes.
Yes, and we're finally back to commentating more on Sanitarium. So previously, we were playing as Sarah as we went through the island of the stranded island.
Yes.
Yeah, the deserted island, going through underground, fighting the Squid Boy and saying, "See you in hell, freak."
That was a good one.
Your reaction to it was priceless.
I did not expect, even though I've seen this before, I did not expect "See you in hell, freak" from the little girl.
I don't know how you forget that, but I guess you did, because it was like, what?
I don't know, man. This game, I remember a few things about this game, but...
That was not one of them.
Yeah.
So anyways, through that tunnel, we got back to this house that Sarah saw in the previous level. Now, you might be wondering why this wasn't included in the previous part. Well, I like to think this is its own segment, too. And now we're seeing apparitions of, like, people, of whoever they may be.
Right, these are Max's memories being acted out in Sarah's body again.
Once again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, and it's pretty much that Sarah died, if I recall correctly.
Pretty much. This shouldn't
Sam feels guilty, or Max feels guilty about it.
Based on that apparition where, like, his father was like, "Max, there was nothing you could do," so, yeah, it's no big spoilers. Although...
What are you going to do with the rotten food?
I don't know.
Or did you just open and close it? You didn't take any food?
I think this is like an empty space where nothing happens. Like, you can interact with it, but you don't really affect anything. It's just Max trying to piece his memory together. As you can see, like, distortion in the house. Oh, 6 o'clock. I wonder, does that have any significance? Yeah, so this level was...
What's so shocking about 6 o'clock?
I don't know, American 666... or Westerners 666. the number of the feast instead of the beast.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this level is relatively kind of, well, like the coloring in this level, kind of dull-ish, but like in terms of gameplay, but story-wise, you learn more about what was going on in Max's mind.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're setting up all the, you know, aspects. We've got Max depressed, feeling guilty. We've got the strained marriage.
Well,
strained, like, sort of loveless marriage, yeah.
Yeah, very stressful, very, like, it felt very responsible, but it's like, it's one of those nothing they can do.
Right, like, you have a fight that's really not about what you're fighting about, you know, but it's just because you're mad at each other for another reason.
Like, they just need to vent it out somehow, but they're not doing it very well, and they just put it on each other.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the meaning of the twisting around walls. It's probably just because he doesn't remember.
I'd say distortion in his memory. Like, I know there was something here, but I don't remember what. So I walk around the place trying to trigger all the apparitions to appear, or memories to say that. There's a few areas that are kind of useless that don't have any point. Oh yeah, and that clock.
I thought. Do you have to unlock the clock and then set it to 6 o'clock so something will happen?
Yes, where it somehow causes a certain event to happen, which it kind of doesn't make sense if you think about it, because this is a memory, right, or so? So why is it like it required certain puzzles to unlock parts of it, or...
Yeah, I don't know. This is actually exactly like jazz punk, where you move around the hands on a clock, and all of a sudden it's just like later in the day, and everyone thinks it's time for lunch.
And then they talk about their wives and kids. You think that guy was Max's father?
Probably. Birdhouse. I'm expecting a remix from you by the end of this.
Oh, you will see a remix by the end of this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, poo. It's locked.
Yeah, see, it's locked. And,
so is it Max saying "oh, poo," or is it, like, a sort of mix between the two of them?
I think it's more Sarah, because I don't see, like, older Max saying that, but maybe, you know, the regression going back into the past might be him. It's hard to say.
He was kind of a child at heart. I don't know, it's kind of bizarre, because it seems like we're Max's mind.
Your ugly cousin.
That's terrible. Come on, Sarah.
Oh. foreshadowing. Well, not really, because you kind of already sort of know.
Yeah, the explanation we already know.
But you see his backstory. And
A doctor! No!
Doctor.
I don't know why she gasped at that.
Maybe it's Max saying like, "Oh right, I was supposed to be a doctor," something like that.
Right.
So maybe all his reactions are like him remembering something. That's why the apparitions always made him go like,
So I'm missing something. Is there a key to the story here?
Yes, there is. I just have to go upstairs and grab it. This is a really slow segment. That's why I also don't like it as a gameplay area.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where there's a lot of like indie games that would do things like this, where you'll cut out the gameplay, but there will be a lot of story involved. We're pretty much playing Gone Home right now.
Oh right. Shit. Which one was Gone Home?
Gone Home is like you go into an empty house and you try to figure out what happened with like a certain family based on that.
Oh! But it's all just interactive story stuff. Yeah, I was actually considering getting it, but I was like, I don't think so.
I mean, it might be good. I like games like, I don't know, like The Path or Dear Esther or all the other ones that like don't have any gameplay.
The trains are moving.
Like, I don't deny that there's a certain appeal to them. Sorry. A certain appeal to those types of games. It's just probably just not quite my thing. Or at least it depends on how it's done.
No, that's definitely true. And I get that too. But as someone who like appreciates writing, I can just separate from the game aspect of it and just say, is this well written and entertaining?
Oh god.
Like, gripping.
Oh god. Something funny is gonna happen soon. Cause
Oh, here you are remembering this you did a long time ago?
oh, look, that mirror. That's the only... That was a weird thing, too, because nothing else does that in this game. In this part. So I was like, oh, some significance. I gotta say...
What was the funny thing that happened, or is it still coming?
It's still coming. I'm gonna try not to interrupt it. Anyways, I also noticed something, like, because I was thinking about it, and about what we said in the first part, about how, like, the Chapter 2 was the biggest highlight. Oh, here it is.
Oh my god, the walls are bleeding. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I just find that incredibly funny how she says it, so...
Yeah, the walls are bleeding.
So expect me to actually, like, every time I come by this wall, I actually, like, play around with it, cause...
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I can watch you move.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Okay, but yeah, so... oh, here's the, like, the depression where it's like watching videos of someone when they were alive. Just take a listen.
Must be film movies.
The worst home movie ever.
Torturing yourself watching old video games every night isn't the answer. Come to bed. It's getting late.
That is kind of depressing, though. Like, trying to
Yeah.
forget it, but then you do stuff like that to remind yourself of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty effective way of showing how the larger
Not even real.
conspiratorial plot actually affected Max personally.
The grand scheme of things. Although I don't know how he
And
knew.
it's a way for his more subtle memories to come back. Is also.
I don't know how he knew about that part though, unless he was listening through the door, which I would have liked to see him like hear like his apparition appear like outside the room and he quote unquote heard it because he wasn't in that scene.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't think
Shame on you ruining these emotional moments.
But let's be
Just
honest,
pick
some of
on
the voice
balls.
acting is really fucking funny in this game, and I do enjoy it.
Nah, it is. The
And like I said, I enjoy the story aspect in this level. I just hate the slowness of it.
Oh poo. It's locked.
God, how many? Okay, there's another locked door.
When did I get a key?
I don't know.
Oh, I must have picked it up in the room. Sorry, we're not paying attention because we're laughing our ass off at a certain point. But yeah, going back to like episode 1 of Sanitarium, when you said like chapter 2 was the highlight of the game, and I have to agree because if you'll notice, like the levels kind of get more grounded as it goes on in this game.
Should I?
Grounded.
Like it doesn't seem out of place. Like I didn't like the previous part we were commentating on with the deserted island on the circus. I thought that was pretty like that was kind of grounded. It didn't seem like very psychological.
Yeah, it was sort of right. It was sort of just a freak show,
Lock is open.
and then the random giant squid
See you in hell, freak. I don't get what's going on with the inside of clock, the mustache.
Yeah, I don't know.
part
It looks like it's just moving and moving and moving.
at light speed.
Yeah.
All right.
6 o'clock.
So 6 o'clock. I don't know what the dad says to the mother afterwards, because it's like, hey, honey, it's 6 o'clock. And she's like, what are you talking about? It's half an hour before.
Yeah.
But it's
like,
somehow
well,
open-
time does fly.
Oh,
He's a
jeez.
he's a big ghost. Yeah, and she's pretty for a ghost.
And suddenly the door opens. So I go back to the kitchen to check to see if there's any dialogue change. Would have been a nice little detail, but it wasn't necessary.
Oh, okay. You just needed to get into the room.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. I would have liked it if there was a small detail where he goes to talk to her.
How many chairs do you need for a 4-person family? Like, they've got 6 chairs at the main table, and they got 4 chairs in the kitchen.
Oh, wow, that's true. Maybe for house guests?
I mean, I guess,
That's
but
a
how
lot.
often are you going to have house guests that are going to have to eat in separate rooms?
I guess. So we get Silver Key and the
I got some home
VHS tape.
movies as well.
Yes, guess where we're going next.
To the VCR?
Yeah, which nobody uses nowadays except me, because VHS is still relevant enough.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I still have like some really old, some old movies that you can't get today.
Yeah. Kind of like how the original Star Wars cuts are all on...
Oh yeah, VHS.
VHS.
The unedited versions.
Yes. Or the originally edited versions. Like, someone edited them.
I've actually seen the original cut of it on VHS. If only I made a copy of it. Oh jeez, I wonder what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm going to put the home movies in, and we're going to watch the home movies. It's going to be very sad.
No, oh my god, the walls are bleeding.
Like,
Okay,
do
so
they
here-
usually bleed up? Like, it seems like
It
that's kind
looks
of
more
odd.
like it's going in reverse, like his memories are going back. So here's a home movie, probably one of the worst ones. For good reasons, but...
Dad, this is my secret hiding place. You're not allowed up here.
It's not like you paid for this house.
I'll turn this thing off if you give me a big hug.
Well, okay. As long as you don't tell Max where this is.
Okay. Now where's that big hug?
Love you, Daddy.
Love you too, Pumpkin.
Aw.
Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was like, for a home movie, it's only like 30 seconds long. Like, what?
It's true, I don't know, he discovered her secret hiding place.
Yes, as Max did. Although,
Not that he would have thought to go upstairs in the first
Yeah.
place, but yeah.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, didn't think too far with that plan now, did you, Sarah?
Yeah, I guess he just didn't think to explore the house.
Yes, especially the places that you don't enter. But maybe they're in that stage where it's like, certain parts of the house are kind of scary because it's dark and nobody goes there. I remember those moments when I
Maybe.
was a kid.
Oh, jeez, this place.
This is such a mess.
Yeah, well, yeah, it actually is.
That's where the key is hidden.
Yeah, I like to think that this sequence is Max's adult mind being filtered through like a child's brain, so he knows and acts a little different than she would, but
That looks fun.
still is influenced by it.
Like his mind's regressed from the accident, and he's just kind of going through the motions of it, and reaching back
Yeah.
to like where he currently is.
Kind of. Man, that's a high jump.
Yes, it is.
And how high are the ceilings in this place too? Like this is
It looks pretty
this
big.
is
I
one
guess.
hell of an attic.
Anyways, there was an item I was supposed to grab here, but I think I screwed up and I just like left, and then I realized, oh wait, there was something up here.
I don't.
Huh.
I bet there are all kinds of games and toys in there.
One of the chests here is important.
Oh, there's more than one.
Oh, poo.
Like
Everything in this house is locked.
and
So
apparently,
here's what you mean about the. Here's what I think you could make a point about the pace. Like there's so many stinking keys in this place.
it's like what's another game? This is almost like a Zelda game with the keys and stuff.
Yeah,
By the
making
way,
you walk back and forth in this place is a little cruel.
yeah, like this is why I was like, just if only there was like a run button or something. Just yeah, it would kind of ruin the pacing of it. But seriously, this is just really annoying after a while.
If it was just a slow linear path through, that might have been better.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
So can you actually not unlock that door, or is
that key's not for that door. It was for one of the chests upstairs, and I didn't think to try the key on it.
Yeah, that's.
Because you just said
I don't like how they tell you like vague things like that. It'd be nice if there was a specific one for if you tried to use the wrong key. Like
Oh my god.
that key didn't work.
yeah.
That key doesn't fit. That key doesn't fit in this lock. Maybe it needs. Maybe I need to use it somewhere else.
I guess they could have always done the thing like, hey, this looks like the key for the treasure chest, which would be like, what? How'd you know that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe it was her treasure chest.
Perhaps.
Well, it's not really a treasure chest. I mean, it's in its
It's
house.
a
We're
chest.
not dungeon crawling here. What?
You found it, you found it, you found the thing that unlocks the door.
What was?
It was a little clown doll.
What did you pick up?
Remember the clown
Oh.
doll in the cutscene before where Max was looking in the box? By the way,
Yes.
this is the attic where that box is, I think, but you don't see that box anywhere.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
So what is-
that box disappears. Go on.
So I'm wondering what on earth this clown doll is going to do for us.
Oh, you'll be surprised. It actually does something like near the end of this game, which was clever but also
Huh.
kind of hiptic. You'll see when we get there. It's kind of interesting in a way, but also
Oh my god!
oh my god, the walls are bleeding. Yeah, so
It's
suddenly
magically
now
unlocked now.
so suddenly now the door's open. Like okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
I had to get that in.
Walking all by itself.
In between everything.
Like a toy chest. An old dollhouse.
Oh
A
my!
chest that says toys look like a toy chest. Thank you, Sarah.
I can't believe it has toys.
Oh, is that Baby Max or?
No, that's
What?
Sarah.
I just
I tried to give her the VHS tape.
Ollie.
Hey, here you go.
Mr. Clown.
Hey, would you like to watch a movie with me?
After all these years.
So she's talking to herself, sort of, but not really.
Sorry. Don't be sad, Max.
That's what you should be saying to me right now.
I thought
It took so long.
I let you down when
Oh,
you
yes.
needed me most.
No.
This was a touching moment, I won't lie.
You could never let me down. You are my
But this next
hero.
line, like... But this next line, I just kind of cringe at it.
You're trying to save
Or
all
near
this
the end of this
space.
one.
I know you can do it. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you too.
It came off kind of cheesy, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then...
we're in a new place.
Yes! I expect you to say my favorite line in this game, Hitman.
It's time for me to face the future.
Oh, it's this place.
Yes. By the way...
Chalkboard puzzle.
Just a child.
Yes. I have a question
Oh,
here.
no.
I have a question here. How did Max get here anyways? There's no, like,
Yeah,
entrance to
there's
this
no
area.
obvious entrance to this place.
So, like, you know, I can only, like, remember when he came back from the pumpkin patch? Like, he came through a gate in the reality, and I was like, oh, okay. He was,
Well, I don't know. This game is raising all kinds of strange questions about what's real and what's not.
Like they're always
And it seems like Max actually does go somewhere physically,
shut
or like
tight.
does go somewhere physically, but he's having these hallucination
Inside.
missions. So maybe he actually does is teleporting around places, and no one can account for where he's been.
okay, well, then I guess that would explain a later plot thing that happens with the whole teleporting.
Yeah, that's how this insane game thing, or this game about an insane person
Oh.
thing sort of goes.
Keep note of that statue just for a little bit of something. It's not important, but it's kind of like, oh, if you pay attention, something happens to it.
Oh, I bet it like changed his position or something.
Where do I know him from?
Oh, memories inducing. Oh. So some more memories coming back. It's like a
Impressive, isn't it?
Navy
The
captain.
artist really captured his strength in this pose. I'd introduce you to him, but he's, visiting my mother. She's been feeling run down lately.
I'm
so
pretty
I
sure that's
thought
also
that it's
Oh.
Morgan too when they were
This is Dr.
younger.
Morgan.
we should be going.
Father, then.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting you.
Kingpin.
I assumed with finals coming up next week that you'd be spending your time in the library.
Jacob Morgan.
Instead, I find you here
What a voice.
wasting valuable time.
I've more than prepared for the finals, Father. You needn't be concerned.
This is to give us a little bit of like feel bad for Morgan because his father is one of those like, oh, I gotta be tough on you and you gotta be tough on everything else.
Anyone can do fine. I
Yeah.
don't want you to be just like every other student that medical school churns out. Remain focused on what is important, Jacob.
What a loving father. Father of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, maybe he's doing it out of love.
Keep seeing
Tough
things.
love?
He just wants him to be better.
Huh.
Wants him to be all that he can be.
Stronger than before.
Wants him to be the change that he wants to see in the world.
So it looks like I grabbed something out of the painting
Wonder if
or
I can get any
shook
news from the
hand.
outside world.
Turn
Huh.
on the radio.
Radio. What's
What's
going
wrong
on with that
the
radio?
We had the same thing.
world mourns as children who successfully responded to the hope drug begin to die.
Well, there's no hope anymore.
The hope drug.
Today, the world
What kind of news?
Today, the world mourns the sad loss of many, many children as the hope drug begins to fail.
today,
What kind of newscast like just plays the same line over and over again? Was it on repeat? Is the world in devastation?
I think there are just many news channels that are all playing the same clip.
Every
but
time
slightly
Max
apart.
turns it on?
Yeah, but slightly apart.
Oh, so you're saying Max is conveniently turning on to the next turning into the next channel that conveniently is saying the
Yeah, exactly.
same thing.
It's uncanny, really.
What convenience?
Whoever built this.
Huh, that's strange. I could have sworn the statue did something, because...
Yeah, that's the way.
Oh,
that
it's
they can
bleeding.
mess-
It's bleeding through its eyes.
Yeah, that's the way they can mess with you in games. Is like change background details that you might not notice, but if you do notice them, it gets really creepy.
Oh, like in Spec Ops when in the mall, like one of the statues.
Yeah,
is
one of the
pointing a gun.
statues like points a gun at the other, but you don't. But it just like briefly flashes and then goes back to the way it was before.
I wonder what it controls.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I triggered it when I was doing it in my playthrough of it, but I did try to look at it.
Doesn't seem to be working. You must need power first.
So this section is also really short, especially if you know the answer to the chalkboard
The
puzzle.
riddle, yes.
Or the word puzzle.
Goddamn chalkboard.
Yes. And you came up with the greatest line during it too that I
Yeah,
will
well,
never forget.
Okay, well, I guess we'll get to that when the
Yes.
chalkboard actually comes. But what kind of contraption is this, by the way?
I don't know, but it's to open the gate, and it makes no sense at all. So you're telling me
Okay, so
everyone...
what we need is to fill this thing with fluid, and then make this thing light up, and then make a rotating electromagnet move that makes this thing spill liquid.
No, it's to release this ball, which in itself doesn't make any sense. This puzzle isn't too hard. It does take a little bit. But you're supposed to release the steel ball, which,
you gotta, like...
yeah.
Oh, I see what you have to do.
You have to unlock the locks.
Right.
And I didn't realize that you can actually turn both ways, so like I was pressing only one side, and I was like, oh, I gotta turn all the way over here and there.
Right, you have to finagle it because only
Damn!
three of the spokes are actually active.
Yes. Because one of them's broken, because otherwise this would be a little too easy.
Yeah, you can just turn it once and you're done.
Or twice.
Well, you know, you hit it once and then you turn it again and then it's done.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. But, you know, when I said twice, I meant like you had to turn it, like... Oh, wait, no, you only need to turn it once. Never mind.
Right. So
It made sense in my head.
Right. I'm not seeing how you're getting any closer to solving this, but... Oh, actually, no, I see it now.
Like, I do eventually solve it, because if I was having trouble solving it, I would have sped up the video of it.
I thought you
right
could have
there.
solved it back there.
What?
I thought you could have solved it back there by just turning it to the right side, but... No, it looks like you got it now.
Nope, there's just a couple of pieces.
Oh, there's another pin. I see it now.
And then I figure it out by doing this. And we solved it.
Huh.
So you need a giant, like, wrecking ball that goes in to open the door.
That, like, shoots down this metal thing that, like, smashes into the side of the building and causes the gate to go up?
So who actually has to refill that every time they want to get into this place?
I don't know. Or every time they want to lock it.
God, it looks like a slaughterhouse.
Yes, it does. Horrible experiments and shit.
Oh, so that's why. He's like, you know, no one's ever going to figure out how to get in here. Of course, I mean, you could just look through the gate and see that there were, like, horrible dead bodies in there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Here,
Damn.
let me help you.
Good thing that's not acid or anything.
Yeah, why would you...
Patience is the key, Max.
Why wouldn't you just, like,
Never
put that
let
in the
the
sink or
problem get the
whatever?
better of you.
Floor
You know,
must be
I
getting
wasn't
dirty.
always this brilliant.
I don't believe you.
You won't
I wasn't
either.
always this
I used
brilliant.
to botch my lab tests constantly, but I stuck with it and learned from my mistakes.
So did Jacob become
Am I
like
right,
his
student
mentor
Max?
now? I
You
thought
have
they
the
were
most
like
potential
friends
out
or
of
something.
all your classmates.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
We still have a lot of work to
It
do.
looked like they were the same age in the other one.
Yeah, yeah. So we come to this part of the game. George, if you can say the greatest line ever said here.
Who would butcher these people like this?
Oh, like the line we said when we were playing this. Like,
No, but I mean, like,
yeah.
his delivery is like Shatner-esque
Blood
here.
everywhere.
Who would?
Who
Butcher
was
these.
butchered?
People like this.
Christopher Walken and the Ripper.
Yeah, not...
The local authorities are becoming increasingly suspicious of events here at the asylum.
Ooh.
How are they ever going to get up here, the local authorities?
That's a good question, but I guess they have helicopters.
And move the subject
I
bodies
don't...
down.
Where are they going to land? Like, I guess they're going to go down like little, on like little ropes from the
Yeah,
helicopter.
rope ladder.
For they contain the encrypted codes.
Hey,
needed
Dr.
to-
Morgan, we looked everywhere, but we ain't been able to find them.
What? That's the third time this week.
What?
What do you mean? I mean, maybe...
Spare me your insight. You're pathetic. A man cannot vanish into...
Oh, so
Oh.
it appears that Max is vanishing.
Get this wretch out of here. He's too damn old for my purposes.
Oh god, I almost said something terrible right here.
I'll find him myself.
Yeah, but what about this stuff? Shouldn't we ought to clean up here? I mean, before the inspection. I mean,
I'm aware of it. We'll take care of this mess after we find him.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like they
there's
didn't.
disemboweled dead bodies here. I mean, we
We should have cleaned this place up, but I
you know,
guess-
OSHA's going to have stuff to say about that.
Oh God, it's terrible.
Was that just a human skeleton in there?
Yeah, it looks like it, but, you know. It's not haunted house-like, although it looks very
What was
haunted
I
house-like.
thinking?
Okay, so now another...
Some kind of
obtuse
electronic
puzzle.
security system on this
Yes, a
door.
very... Ugh. This puzzle, man.
And you don't know what to what to say now.
For good reasons. And I don't know
so
how
shall
Max...
we
Feeling there's a message hidden
shall we
in the
explain
door
this
by
puzzle?
the mess.
Yes, because I don't know how Max actually knows this puzzle.
A most intriguing puzzle.
By the way, just to note, I could have gotten some of the clues while he was reading it, but I decided to actually just let this play out.
Darting from flesh
Yeah.
to muscle to bone, and back again to the fortress.
It's just a basic cipher,
This evil
where
is
the first letter of every sentence,
one step ahead of me. How can I trap
Or,
the
yeah, like,
the
yeah,
first letters of each sentence hides the
secret.
hides a like
Eventually, it must rest.
scrambled phrase.
I will be there to ensnare
Yes,
the
I don't know
beast.
how... I'm pretty sure somewhere in this room, like, Morgan actually brings that up and says, like, there's a secret somewhere here, but I still don't know how Max would technically know this.
I am led to believe that
Maybe he just knows Morgan well enough to know that he would hide things like this.
You know, now that I think about it, if only, like, in a flashback, like, they both, like, created this little encrypted
madness
thing
is
and
so
you'd see it.
entrenched within the aged frames of my older subjects that it is nearly
That'd be kinda
impossible to
neat.
discern the sane tissue from the insane.
But, thankfully, the game actually does something where if you put your hand over the letters, it will change the icon. So
Yeah,
here
I don't
so here
I
I'm trying to
don't
look
know
for it.
how he whatchamacallit, I don't know how Max intuits that, like, the way they're actually, or he actually intuits how the letters are going to be arranged.
Yeah, he also just, like, because he'll say, like, uh-huh, when he solves it, and you might be like, wait, what if it's not right? I mean, granted,
Yeah.
the way you inserted it, like,
So this is the
the
one
only
that actually
possible-
gave us trouble, this board, because we managed to solve the other puzzles.
Yes, and wait, I want to
by,
say
like,
one thing.
Re-scrambling the words.
Thanks a lot, Niall.
Yeah, we're trying to enlist help to solve the puzzle, so we gave the scrambled letters to a friend of ours, and he actually just somehow found and looked up the solution for us.
Because here's the thing, it's kind
And
of
we
like,
didn't want to do that. We just wanted his help.
here's how, like, it was supposed to work out. Like, it's like if we gave one of our buddies and friends, like, a riddle book, and it's like, oh, quiz us and stuff, because someone has to know the answer, otherwise, you know, one of us would have to be spoiled, and, you know, the question becomes pointless. So,
Yeah, so he just sort of randomly.
he just told us
gave
the
us the
answer.
solution.
He didn't give us hints or anything. He's just like, oh, here's the answer, and we're like, fuck.
We're like, well, and that is right.
There are so many
But yeah,
dark
the
paths to explore that I
there was a
hope
certain pattern that we had established before.
By this daunting task,
Because in these,
I need time
the phrase always makes sense.
elusive prey.
Like it was always either one word or a phrase that you could understand. But the third one is the one with three words. It's just random.
Yeah, it was really tricky. Like,
words.
oh, if some of you English majors may not find it that difficult, we're not saying it's that difficult, but sometimes it's just like it screws you.
Yeah, no,
over.
I definitely figured out 2 of these on my own. But
well, I figured out one of them.
the third one, the first one, was a little harder.
At a crossroads.
Did we figure out the youth one? I think.
Yeah,
I think we
figured
did.
that one out.
Mundane flesh.
I figured that one. I think you might have figured out the salvation one, which is
Yes,
this.
yes, it's this one.
At times, I feel as though
Because also, here's the other thing. You might, like, at the time, we don't know how many letters there were in the word, so we might try and be trying to solve the thing, but not sure how many letters there were still left.
I was powerless.
Yeah, this is a good puzzle. I like it. It's
To a degree, I do.
I like the puzzle because there's no like insane logic required for it. There's no
Not entirely,
It's something you
anyways.
have to keep working out.
Or it's like not like bizarre puzzle logic.
Right. It's something you have to keep
Outside of the main
just keep at to figure it out and keep like trying different things.
Like, it has some common sense in it, right? Like, or it's like, oh, okay, I just need to unscramble this word and then do
Yeah,
something.
it's like a Sudoku puzzle, you know. Like you have everything you need
Oh,
to
God.
figure it out.
It makes me think of the later puzzles that. You remember back in the first part, I was saying like how the puzzles, like at first they were really good, and this is actually one of the hardest puzzles in the game. But
Yeah.
after this, the puzzles get really easy.
So yeah, this is salvation.
Kind of like in a sad way.
So we have salvation, the youth.
And then
And
here
then-
is we won't say it. We'll just let it play out.
We'll let it play out, yeah. So yeah, I remember so we're gonna talk about my line because we were actually trying to solve this puzzle together. We were on Skype
Yes.
together, way back when, and trying to figure out, you know, what the solution was, and then we would share the solutions with each other, and like brainstorm things.
Oh, here it is.
But yep. Solution that key hides 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the line.
So yeah, when we were trying to solve this puzzle, I thought back to the advertising for the game, which said that there was like dozens of hours. So, excuse me.
Dozens of hours.
So I was reminded of like apparently there are supposed to be like dozens of hours of gameplay in this game, which I don't think they're actually true.
It's not.
Youth hides the key to
But-
salvation.
But when we were going on this puzzle, I was like, you know what? This is probably where those dozens of hours of gameplay actually
Those
come
8
from.
hours of gameplay come
It's
from.
this puzzle.
Yes. Yeah. So youth hides the key to salvation. That was the
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah, that was the phrase.
And it seemed like I was wrong. I guess Morgan didn't say anything about it hiding the puzzle or how you were supposed to solve it. But you know, whatever. We've seen weirder shit here. And
What is this, Mike?
Alien 3 with Ridley.
Has 2 fetuses? I mean,
Yes, fetuses, because youth. And this guy did what my sister just did right now. Sneaking up behind me, minus the whacking me in the back of the head.
I was expecting to hear a thwap.
Oh, crap.
Grab.
There you are. Been wandering again. You know you can't come in here. We've been through this. If you ever want to get better, you have to let.
Anyways, yes, so this part is ending
I know
soon.
all
These
this must be confusing
these
to
2
you.
chapters were relatively short.
But this work is going to help so many people.
He looks really awful in these scenes.
Yeah, his face actually reminds me of like Deadpool's face in the new Deadpool movie, Ryan Reynolds.
Those straps can hold a man twice your strength.
Oh, normally he wouldn't be. Normally wouldn't hold someone like that, but unless you are some Goro Cyclops.
And apparently we are.
Yes, another hallucination. I don't know why the frame rate did that there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that part, so stay tuned for next time when we go to the Grog comic.
Yep, as you've probably seen on as you've probably seen on Max's walls and various other
yes,
things.
hinted at early on, and don't forget the what was it? That thing early on in the asylum where they mention bugs and machines. That's where this comes in, which was pretty neat.
All right, well, stay tuned for that one.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Hope you'll continue to keep watching. This is Wizwar 100 and
Hitman.
And yeah, you're the viewers and we're the commentators.
Oh my god, the walls are bleeding.